Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel. We now end our exploration of different locations with Tukkuguda, which is pretty much the last residential location that we have down south. Like we usually do, let's just get straight into a couple of things. One, why this location makes sense, and second, explore the different kind of projects that are coming. Now, when it comes to location, as you know, we've traveled down south. We've taken a full tour of the west, then come down, explored Budwel and Rajendra Nagar, and now the next location after Rajendra Nagar is Tukkuguda. Now, why does this location make sense? One, it has proximity to the airport. It's pretty much stone's throw away. It's about 9 kilometers away from the exit that we have. Second, it holds a lot of promise because it's the emerging hub for Pharma City, which is being set up somewhere around this area. A lot of land has already been allocated for the pharma industry. Second, there's presence of existing manufacturing of electronic companies, be it along the Srisailam Highway or much closer to the ORR. Obviously, Foxconn is also something that's been on the news and that's coming somewhere closer to this particular zone. That's the second reason. There is enough evidence that new economic hubs and employment opportunities are going to be created within this area. That said, there's a huge caveat that the pay grade of these industries and the kind of employees that this location is likely to attract is not going to be on the same footing as the Western Zone, which is predominantly IT, BFSI, those sort of industries. So take that with a pinch of salt. That yes, there's going to be a lot of potential economic activity and employment activity, but the kind of salaries that they get paid might be slightly different. Now, that's the second factor. The third is the most important, especially in the context of real estate, which is the price. What is the price that you pay and what's the value you get? Now, as we know, we all have gone through the different locations and the price points that you get. And there's been a lot of saturation given the emergence of various projects and how the land prices have escalated across most part of west and also partly south. This location offers relative affordability. An acreage of land, the farmland that you buy from the farmers, is to the tune of 4 to 5 crores. If you're looking at something on the road that's connected on the road, now that is definitely a lot more affordable than most of the western and immediate southern parts of Hyderabad. Now, that is one of the most important factors as to why there could be a lot of movement down south, especially for folks who want to look for affordable living conditions and also stay away from the hustle bustle of the city. All right, so we've spoken about the location. Just to summarize, proximity to the airport. We've always seen that the cities have moved from the coastal cities. There was a point in time where all of the cities were on the river banks. That has slowly transitioned to cities being established around railway connectivity, and then now most recently in the last 30-40 years across global cities, we've seen cities expanding off the back of the airport. Now, that is a very important consideration, especially for a very, very long term view that you have. That's one. Second, presence of emerging employment opportunities across pharma, electronic city, these hubs. And the third is the price point. What is the value you get for the price point, especially coming down south and traveling so much away from the western part. The fourth you can add on is the piece and how it's relatively low dense at this point. You only have villa projects and stuff like that, right? Cool. With that, let's move on to the kind of projects that we are actually looking at. As you can see, my pins are color coded. We are only looking at villa projects within this location. That's because there are none. There's nothing else outside of the villa projects. And as you know, typically people would, if the land is available for, a much lower price, is the touted option for builders to consider than coming up with apartments. Now, most of the villas are concentrated around the Srisailam Highway, as you can see, both inside the ORR and outside the ORR. So that's one belt that you should definitely look into if you're looking at a end home villa project. And then there are a few premium projects that are being uh, worked on, especially this Rolling Meadows by Aalay Infra. It's by one of the most renowned architects, NA architects, and they've come up with their first project here. Um, it's mind blowing if you have the budget, if you have the um, taste and a very specific architectural requirement, and your budget is over 10 crores. Highly recommend checking out this project. And then there are a few that are very close to. These technically don't fall under Tukkuguda, to to be fair, but also another location to consider. And a couple of villa projects sort of exist along this road. One is Luxury Park Villas by Srinidhi Group. They have their existing, um, you know, plotted venture, and right next to it is where they have their villa project. And then you have Casa Hanford, which is by a builder based out of Chennai. They have, brick themed villas that they're coming up with. So those are two. These are both under construction. And then North Star Homes, this is called Airport Boulevard. Uh, I think it's already done and dusted. It's out there in the market. It's handed over. And then down south, you also have a few projects. Let's talk about Mac BTR. It's been there for a really long time. You already have a lot of people living here, constructing their own homes. As you can see, this was both a mixed development of plotted projects and villa. Um, any plotted project here would probably be going at a tune of 50,000 per square feet. That's one. And then you also have a couple of projects by Ramki here. The Gardenia Grove is by Ramki. You have Kavari's Forest Nest Villas. These are relatively older projects. And then a very, very premium project called Signature Estates, all in 1 acre. And then you have one unit within 1 acre. So this is of a different scale, almost starting at 25 to 30 crore bracket. So yes, that's the in a nutshell the kind of villa projects that are coming up. As you can see, there are a lot of factors in favor, and we hope that this video sort of sheds some light in terms of what this location has to offer. Does it fit your bill? Even if you work in the west, does it still make sense for you to travel down 35 to 40 minutes, a smooth ORR drive, and still live here? And sorry, I missed one point. One other aspect that is actually going to be benefiting this area is the central government has taken up a project to connect Hyderabad and Tirupati, and this is the national highway that is going to be taken up. There've already been initial discussions on what the route should be, what the marking should be. So this is where the national highway is going to sort of shape up. The Srisailam Highway is eventually going to convert into national highway. So you can imagine how good the infra is going to be. So yes, sorry, that is one minor detail that I missed. So yeah, hope you found that useful. Keep watching. We've explored a lot of locations. In our subsequent videos, we'll go a little deeper into the kind of projects and have my take on the kind of different projects that are coming up and reviews on those. If you've enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, share, comment, like the usual suspects. But until then, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.